and the national president of the Nigerian Union in South Africa, joins us on the program. Mr. Adetola Olubajo, a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Now, this is one death too many. Give us an account of what really happened in Rustenburg.
Now, to summarize it, it started on the 21st, that is on Saturday. The angry mob came to town where this deceased Nigerian was actually going about his normal business. He's actually an upholstery or shop owner. He deals in furniture shops, furniture business, and he's well known to everybody around there. He's married to a South African with two little boys. Patricia is the name of the wife. And then they started attacking him. As usual, he was attacked. The angry mob was there. They attacked him, and he ran to the police. According to the eyewitness, I have about 3 of them that I've spoken to. And then the mob actually took him out of the police van and beat him up and set him ablaze. He was only left after they thought that he's dead, but later he was rushed to the hospital, and then he gave up the ghost on Sunday morning, yesterday morning.
What you're saying shows jungle justice. I
Yes.
mean, there have been a couple of reports about this, in South Africa. What do you think is responsible for this?
There are so many cases of this, and then in South Africa is relatively a very violent country, and then most times the citizens, the community, they take their frustration even on the foreigners, and Nigeria being the target. And there have been some alleged reasons, like they take our job, they take our wives, they engage in criminal activities and so on. And all these are just a flimsy excuse for them to actually perpetrate their crime. And in some cases, when there are protests, some hoodlums will actually cash into it and then use it to attack, loot. They will not just attack, they will loot those the victims' properties. And we believe that this is continuing because there have never been anything that have been done so far. Let me give you a very shocking statistics. South Africa has a very high prosecution rate. In fact, in 2015-16 that I remember, they have about 92% of prosecution rate. If you are aware, just last week, the Kaiser Chiefs farms, they actually beat up and then a security officer. Those people have been arrested and they have been arraigned in the court. But when it comes to a foreign nationals, Nigeria in this case, you will discover that nothing will be done, and those who have been killed up to now, nothing has been done by both South African government and Nigerian government.
Someone once suggested that perhaps the federal government should empower its mission in South Africa to visit Nigerians regularly. Perhaps this would help to know what's happening.
No, the federal government, I can, to the best of my knowledge, and from the experience that I've gathered in this community leadership, the missions they are capable of this visit. They do visit all the time, but they do it when they are going to gain something from it. It's to their own best interest. It's not to the interest of Nigerians. They do visit. They move around. The consular officers at the Johannesburg, he's always moving from one place to another. You see him in Cape Town, you see him in this and that, and so on.
When you say gain, what is he hoping to gain?
They are there to actually make some financial gains for themselves through consular services like passport, visas. You know, what they do now, what obtains now in South Africa, in these missions that we see, is that they collude with private companies. They collude with private companies by outsourcing the consular services, which is their primary duties, to those companies, and then start writing letters to individuals. So you see them moving from one place to another at every point in time. So the issue of their visiting Nigerian, I think they have allocation for that, and they are doing that, but they are not doing it in the best interest of Nigerians in South Africa.
What are your thoughts with regards to the safety of Nigerians now in South Africa moving forward?
There is no safety as we speak. The mission are not honest in their report to the federal government. In fact, federal government has been misled on so many occasions. The Foreign Affairs spokesperson, Mr. Tokwe Elias Patel, in February 15, actually granted an interview, a very reckless one, and it's as a result of the misleading report that is being given from South Africa that Nigerians that are killed are criminals. And that is a go-ahead to say that South African government, South African police, South African citizens, you can kill Nigerians and nothing will happen, because he's saying that the report they are getting, I'm quoting him now, the report they are getting, he granted an interview to a non-correspondent, that the report they are giving from Johannesburg that is that Nigerians that are being killed are actually criminals.
And you're saying this is not true, because even if Nigerians have committed any crime, they should be taken to court and the law should serve its course. But going forward, especially, what solutions would you recommend as
we have recommended a lot of solutions, but because it's not in their best interest, those that don't always embrace it. For example, when we were elected last year in Durban, September, we came up with the idea of a legal desk, wherein we actually approach some Nigerian practicing lawyers there to say that is headed by Ogboru, Barrister Ogboru, that to say that let's go on the legal route. And up to now, no support has been given. We have written letters to say that there should be a decisive action against South Africa, because we cannot curtail the rage of our people. We don't want it to get to a stage wherein our people will start retaliating. And a shocking fact is that these things are not reported. In fact, they always block it from being reported, that when you report it, it affects the relationship between Nigeria and South Africa. Now, you are taking trade diplomacy above citizen diplomacy. Right. As we speak now, Nigerians have been attacked in Rustenburg. They've closed down their job.
We haven't verified that. We would like to verify that particular comment, but we'd like to thank you, because that's how much we can take.
Thank you
so much, Mr. Aditola Olubajo, the National President of the Nigerian Union in South Africa, for joining us. And still to come on the program, an auto rickshaw taxi operator in Mogadishu makes an effort to help Somalia recover from conflict. Do join us again.